Hello, and welcome back to the Thinky Games stream, the second one. And yeah, so I was away the last week before, so that's why we've got, was it 3 weekends from the last one. And I'm also recovering from some sort of hideous sickness, which is not COVID, and I hope I make it through this entire stream without coughing once. I'll be probably jabbing the mute button, and you'll be seeing me making these kind of weird movements in silence. I know it's Halloween season, and I can tell you that my daughter has put this together for her weekend. I'm not quite sure. She's never watched any horror films, but apparently she's fully versed in many of the tropes. Okay, so I'm going to get on with, first of all, we're talking through what's on the Thinky Games website. Yes, Murder Bear. I don't think she's got a name. Well, she has got a real name for him, but I'm not sure she's going to call it Murder Bear. So we've got Matt talked a bit about the desktop dungeon rewind demo, and that was done on the release through the Steam Next Fest that was just out recently. He was quite surprised there was quite a lot of content in it, but yeah, I mean, he really did enjoy it. I don't know much about desktop dungeons, but apparently, you do some desktop crawling. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. You do some dungeon crawling, and then you get into you put together a settlement. So that's as much as I know about it, but I guess you can find out more by reading what Matt had to say on it. Also, I also apologize for last week's stream. I didn't realize. I think my volume level is set at YouTuber excitement distortion level, and when I played it back afterwards, I could see I'm looking at my sound levels now, and it's looking like amber, so that's okay. My Chan's Sweet Buns. This is a free game which Hira mentioned. So it's a match 3 puzzler, and she seemed to enjoy it. So you can read a little bit about it there and find the link in that page. And then there's Solve Murder Mysteries in the Case of the Golden Idol, which has just been released. This is more like a little note about the release, because I believe Joe is actually playing through it actively right now. Hello, Joe. There he is on the chat. And Tiny Fragments, another free game that came out in Ludum Dare. I always say Dare. I'm really sorry. Ludum Dare. 46. It's got about, was it 16 levels? And it looks like it's not too difficult, except there's a bit of a difficulty chunk towards the end. So yeah, I think that's also another recommendation. You can find all about the details of those on the relevant pages on Thinky Games. Just go to the website, look down the main page. And with that, I think I should go on and move straight into Wilderplace. So let me just bring it up. So I'll start a new game. Yes, I am sure I want to start again. So I'll read everything out. You're a shaman, conjurer of elements, charmer of spirits, and keeper of balance. Weeks ago, an urgent message arrived from the Divine Garden requesting your help. You left your homeland and set off for the Divine Garden, eager to be of service. As you near your destination, the sounds of wind and birds and bugs give way to an eerie stillness. Right, so you can use the keys, and you can also use the mouse, so I can move like that by dragging. But also you can use the keys. I must admit, I was having a little bit of a... I think the keys are better to use. It's set for WESD. In a direction of E going... So this is S, that's E, that's D, that's W. And I find it a little bit awkward. Oh no, Not Pointer Games is complaining it's clashing with the Dota 2 semi-finals. I'm sorry. I think it's obvious which one you have to watch. So I find it kind of awkward learning these keys. However, when I started using the mouse a lot later on, I got fed up of it. So I'm going to try and use the keys today, because I think that's going to be a lot more convenient if I just get used to it. Right. So is it? Yes. Oh, look at that. I did not know that happened. So I guess if you sit in a square with with a butterfly, then he'll just sit down and admire the butterfly. But the graphics are very nice. It's got a very hand-drawn quality to it, including all the text. So I can move over these sprouts, and these big trees you can't get through. And you have to go through this arrow here to get into the next section. So, garden entrance 1. So you can see the black arrow is pointing where you've been before, purple, pink, lilac, where you haven't been. And you can sort of nudge this animal out the way. I can't get through this obelisk, but I can nudge this doggy out the way. But notice he's not moving square, he's actually sort of staying in the same square with you. There's no grid lines. I'm pointing this out because it's the stuff that sort of did my head in yesterday. Let's move on to the next section. Okay, I have an inventory, which I was quite unaware of. Oh, I just noticed there's the actual credits going through at the top. So there's Sound by Micah Fitch, and I want to bring my mouse back. So this is me, and I have one item, which is the wooden staff. So it says you carved it yourself from a fallen branch. Your staff needs help. So your staff helps you conjure plants, stones, and fungi to use as vessels for restless spirits. To use, click and drag towards sprouted ground while possessed by a spirit. The type of sprouted ground you can target needs to match the spirit that possesses you. Now, this is all a bit too much at this point. I read this and I thought, okay, fine, well, let's move on. I understand half of what it means right now. Right, so let's here. Okay, so we're chasing after that guy. Garden entrance 3. And now he's got a little speech bubble. So notice we're standing in the same area as him. Welcome to the Divine Garden. I'm Yunka, the benevolent warden of this sacred land. The garden needs your help, follow me. Okay, will do. Watch out for the owl down there. So as we can see, there is a little doggy there with something sitting on its head. Look at this poor majestic bear. I'm sorry, it's not a doggy, it's a bear. Okay, sorry. She's possessed by a garden spirit. Use your powers to put the spirit in a resting place, like a tree maybe. You're a shaman, you know how to summon trees. Well, I hope so. Can you pet the bear, Marcus asks. Good point. Now you notice the arrows have disappeared, or they've hollowed out, it's just outlines, so, you know, we're into puzzle territory here. You have to finish a puzzle. Okay, so by going onto the same space as the bear, I get the spirit. It's over my head, and you will notice it has 3 hearts. And the reason is, which if you just do these quickly, you won't know for a little while. If I move, which way? One heart goes down, and you notice there's a bit of greenery coming out my head here, and then another one, and now my head has been replaced by what looks like branches, and then you've turned into a tree or a plant. Press turn to try again. So once you pick up a spirit, you've only got a few turns to do something with it. So let's help out this poor bear, and then you can see the little sticks identifying those sprouts you can send the spirit to. So there we go. Although it goes. Crowley-san mentions it has strong brow-like energy. It's interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen enough of this yesterday to know how complicated it gets, but I have a feeling it's going to get a little bit more complicated. Right. Oh, I didn't see that. He puts its arm up in the air and there's a bit of a star there. Right. Let's talk. Oh, the spirit went straight onto that deer. Let's talk to this guy. Spirits will absorb your life energy as you move. Yeah, if you move too much, the spirit will transmute you into a tree. Yep, that's how I just demonstrated. You see, spirits prefer to live in trees, not people. There are worse fates than becoming one with the garden's glorious flora. So it's saying if you get turned into a tree, it's okay, it's a happy life. But we need your help, so try not to let that happen. Right, so I'm gonna go pick up this spirit baby. 1, 2. There we go. Okay. Now we've got 2 different directions we can go. And Junker seems to be following me. I guess he's going this way. Garden interlude. Okay, let's go and talk. That's how you pronounce those things. This owl doesn't want to be possessed by any more spirits. Obviously not. As warden of the garden, I take his concerns very seriously. Hope you do too. So, if I take 1 spirit, chuck it down here, I'll go back up. Now I notice that there's a sprout just appeared just up from that tree I planted. So it looks like a sprout has appeared next to a tree that I plant. So I guess I'll have to remember that in future. So I can just dump that over there. Let's see. Can I admire the butterfly? You can't pet the bear, but maybe you can almost pet the butterfly. It's changed colour. Did not realise it was changing colour earlier. Oh, we had another star up in the air. Right, what's Junker saying? Spirits would latch onto any earthly being. Me, I'm from the celestial realm. They want nothing to do with me. They never listen to me. Okay, it's going after that deer. So I think the problem here is that it's one... Can we make this journey? Looks to me very difficult. Hey, shaman. Isn't it your sworn duty to serve the forest? And are the spirits part of the forest? So you can make me... So, can you make me a sandwich? Oh, and I'm tired. Can you do me a favor and turn into a tree? Well, appreciate it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I think you're going to dive in there and do it straight away rather than talking to Junker. So, if I go in here and then go across this way and dump him in the tree. Okay, I guess we're going this way. Okay, more stars. What has Junker got to say today? Oh, okay, I've already got one of these guys. Let's put this here. The founders of the garden have a message for you. To receive it, go to the Celestial Gate. So I guess that's where we're headed. The gate connects the Celestial Realm to the garden on Earth. You'll reach it soon. Null Pointer Games is only half watching because he's watching Dota at the same time. Okay. I fear... Oh no, maybe okay because we got a sprout here as well. Okay. Okay, let's grab 1 spirit. This warden is a joke. He can't do anything to stop us. Well, we'll see about that, shall we? I finished the witness, you know. Okay, there we go. Let's see, another sprout appeared just by the tree that we grew. A lot of sprouts now. Okay, so garden entrance 9. Okay, so it's gonna follow me. I've gotta get them to follow me down here. This is interesting, I guess. Alright. Oh, I can't pass. It's interesting, they can go through the blocks, but we can't. Damn it. Now we get both of them. Haha, gotcha. Did I finish the time trial part? And the witness, Null Pointer Games, asks, yes, I did. I suppose you can conjure a tree for me, but I prefer to turn you into one. Okay, let's try and dump one here. And we get a sprout there too, that's good. Alright. On to the next. Okay, Celestial Gate. Welcome to the Divine Garden, Shaman. We founded this place as a sanctuary of balance, free from the world's chaos. Every stone, plant, and mushroom in this garden has been selected and positioned according to divine geometries. Set foot in this garden bestows one with good fortune and health. Unfortunately, work across the garden and find that its perfection has been tarnished. We call on you, brave shaman. Uncover the source of imbalance and restore our garden to its former glory. Once our garden is restored, return here for your reward. Okay. I notice that this poor bird here has got something on its back. Alright. I guess we can go two directions. Do we go up here or down the bottom area? Ah, the bottom area is closed to visitors. So, okay, Yunka has something to say. The founders are the wisest and most powerful deities in the heavens. That's what they want you to think. How lucky you are to be graced with their presence. Now follow me deep into the garden so you may complete your quest. Okie dokie. Oh god, it's all off. It's all going, isn't it? I'll talk to Yunka afterwards. Okay, let's put this guy on this spot. This guy on this spot. I suppose I'll go talk to Yunka now. Keep placating these spirits. There must be meddlers in the garden. After you deal with these spirits, I'm going to scout ahead and find out. Right. Let's take this guy. Alright. Ah. We have a problem. We've trapped Yunka, and that's why he's sitting like that. And I'm not sure we can leave it like that. In fact... Okay, I was actually... Ah. We are stuck. To move in a direction instead of casting a spell, fasten and hold the direction you want to go, wait until that disappears, then complete your move. So, you don't have to drop a spirit on a sprout. You just have to press and hold in the direction you want to go and wait until the little stick disappears. However, I can't go back. Right, so... Looks like you're stuck forever now. Bummer, you thought you were going to save the garden. So... There we go, we can go that way. And drop in there. I want to go back again, see if I can... Well, Yunka's actually gone. And that's it. We actually can't get back. Because I've blocked it all up. I hope that's not going to be a problem later when I have to get back to the Celestial Garden. Oh, hello. A monument to the Chronomancer. Wow, this looks like I have to think carefully. There's spirits everywhere. Okay. Okay, so I want to go that way and drop them behind me. I wonder if I can go underneath the monument now that they've lifted it. Oh, yeah. Oh, hello. The Chronomancer was an honoured guest in the Divine Garden. This monument celebrates her contribution. A master of time, she built an invisible network connecting the present directly to the past. We grant you access to the Chronomancer's time network. Okay. Alright. And now you may undo any move you may make here by pressing Z. Ah, thank you. I was wondering when Z might turn up. Let's drop a guy here. Let me move south. And then drop one here. Pressing the keys correctly. Okay. Right, so so Null Pointer Games points out he thinks the art style's really nice, but it makes it hard to read the board sometimes. And I will say, yesterday when I was playing this, I did find it difficult to read the board. However, you get used to it. I mean, this is the second time I played. I played further than I have yesterday, and I get a sense of how it fits together now. I'm not getting that confused, so I do need to take a moment sometimes. On that last one, I wasn't sure about where everything was. There is a sense where you feel like you want a bit of gridding. You want a bit of gridding to be here to say like these are the spaces, and it can get confusing when the monuments move, when the spirits move through them. But it's not too difficult for me right now. So unlike when I first played yesterday. So Joe's just mentioning fun to introduce undo through lore. Null Pointer Games asking it's a kind of fog of war effect too. I don't think so. I'm not everything that I'm seeing, if you know what I mean. Each screen is an individual puzzle, and you can see everything on it. I think when you get near the edge, there's a sort of fading effect, maybe. But no, I get the feeling. My only feeling is that everything is there on the screen. Yeah, Joseph's pointing out there's a slight rotation as you move around the board. Right, let's grab this guy. Hey, I demand you bring me to the finest resting spot in the grove. Not the first ramshackle crumb of moss you come across. I'm talking a real verdant throne. Something I'd settle into for the next few centuries. Is that for real? Looks like... Have I only got 3 undos? I'm just looking up there. It says... you can't see it. It's behind my face. Hang on. Okay, let me just... There. There's a... You can see this arrow with the dots. I'm just going to undo and see what happens. Yes, you've only got 3 undos, and then I think you have to do a complete do-over. If I go down again... Oh, it does regenerate. So you can only go back 3 steps. Let me just move my head again. There we go. Okay. Right, so I will move up. And up again. And drop that guy there. I'm wondering how to... That's 1, 2, 3. I guess if we drop a tree here, drop a spirit there, it'll sprout around the area. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully that should be enough. 1, 2. Ah! It's not looking good. Let's start again, because I have a feeling... What are the black dots on the floor tiles? I think they're just meant to be open ground. I think that's all they're supposed to be. Okay, so I think to solve this one, we have to throw him... Oh, no, undo that. We have to throw him to the right, so we can get the sprouts going further. Let's get this spirit. We have to go through. Oh, no. I wonder. Let's undo that. Then we can get around this way, I hope. There we go. Right, that should be solved now. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Okay. Having to think a bit more now. I wonder what that is. That star. There's a little tree flashing there. Oh, different forest. Evergreen Pass. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. It's slightly different. It's got a Y double branch. Well, yeah, I guess that was the wrong choice. 1, 2. Let's go. Throw it backwards. Okay. Actually, maybe I have to get 2 of these guys. 1, 2. Let's go down here and throw him to my right there. Let's pick up that spirit. Maybe we'd listen to the warden if he relaxed a little. He's always so serious, so concerned about the garden. It's a forest, dude. Just call it a forest. Oh, undo that. All right. Okay, not that difficult. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Hello there. I gotta be careful not to block myself out. Oh my god. So I'm already seeing a problem here. We've got that Y, that double branch in the center. But if I put a tree there, that's it. I can't move onwards. So I cannot put anybody there. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, no, I want to undo that. Oh, his head's going different. These forest spirits. We've got another one, but... I'm not sure what to do. Because everything seems to block. Oh, unless... Oh, no. Undo that one. This is the problem. You have to do this, hold it down to move, which is a little bit annoying, I will be honest. But, there we go. And like that. This is definitely a one-way game. I'm not going backwards here at all. Alright. Oh. Well, that was quite easy, he says, after all that worrying. Ooh. Okay, hello, man. Okay, let's go and talk to Spirit, who says intruder alert. Go get that guy. What? Alright. Let's just deposit the spirit over here. Oh, there's Yunka. Outsiders, desecrators, they must be stopped. Okay. The garden's protective magic must be malfunctioning. Need to find out why. No matter, we will deal with these pathetic woodsmen. The consequence for trespassing in the divine garden is death. Well, that's friendly. Do what you must. I'm not too sure I like these guys. It sounded to me more like the board from Control. Okay, so his guy with the spirit. Yo ho, Woodsman Mason says. What a sight for sore eyes, a shaman here, thanks for helping me. I didn't know spirits lurked in these woods. They could be anywhere. Okay, this is not good. This is also not good. Okay, let's drop that one there. And... oh, no. I have a bad feeling about this guy. He's not just go down chopping down trees. I thought he was just like a hiker. Oh, what a lovely forest. Oh my god. They're building things in here. this is interesting. I don't know where this story is going to go, if you know what I mean. The logs here, powerful. I have one in my sack and saplings are sprouting around me. They follow me as I walk. You know, I have a feeling I might need to trap these guys to stop them moving around. Oh dear. So maybe I can do that to this guy. Thanks, my hero. You're going to walk off, aren't you? I don't have time to be sawing logs. I have logs to saw. Get it? So Marcus Don is saying the characters seem to be a bit maliciously misleading to him, like unreliable narrators. Got to keep your spirits high in these woods, otherwise you won't make it out. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. It's very interesting. I don't know if I like the guys in charge of the garden, and I don't know if I like these woodsmen going around chopping down all the trees. But you're supposed to be helping everybody, right? Well, I think I'm going to leave it there. We haven't obviously got to where it's getting... There's obviously more to come because we've got this whole inventory, and there's the fact that there's going to be different spirits we have to drop on different... I don't know. Obviously not onto trees, but onto something else. So I have to say I'm quite interested in seeing where this goes. I'm definitely going to play more of it, and it has definitely like strong. It's basically a roguelike, right? Turn-based, everything's moving, and looks like lots of rules to come later on. Perhaps one of the most mildest tutorial curves for a roguelike. It's very, very gentle. But yeah, I mean, it's just interested to see where this goes. So a big thumbs up on that. Oh, interesting. Marcus Don saw it more like a soccer band, like with board modifying. It is true. I suppose if I say roguelike, then you're probably thinking procedurally generated, and this is not. This is all handcrafted. Okay, maybe a soccer band like with board modifying and roguelike aspects. All right. Well, we'll leave that there because that's been a good half hour on that. And I can easily just eat up the rest of the time. I think it's time to go to Pontibus from Marcus Don, who is on the chat. Right, so let me swap over to my loading screen. I will close. Yes, I would like to save my game. Oh, where's the quit option? I have to say I have to find the quit option underneath settings. It's not a good choice. Okay. Okay. This Pontibus. Now I have to warn you, I am bad at this Pontibus. Right, back onto game. Right, we're going to start a brand. Choose a save game, new game. We're going to go for a new game. So you move up and down this list, by the way. It's always a bit confusing thinking, where's the quit option? You have to scroll through it. And then choose a save game left or right. We'll just start a new game. It's procedurally generated. Oh my god. What is going on? So select the seed. Right, so that's just be a procedurally generated seed. Right. So you finally arrived. The archipelago needs you. Someone has reset all the bridges. Your mission is to repair them so that people can come together. Right. So this is basically the story of this Pontibus. Your job is to restore bridges between the islands and help. Can you fix the bridge? Are you the bridge fixer? And I am bad at this. So you walk around and then you can sort of slide the pieces like that. Yay! And that's fairly easy. But I just want to point out that if you separate a bridge from the land, or other pieces which are connected to the land, they'll just go straight in the water. And there is a new twist on this one where you can see it just for a second. There's some cracks that appear that you can't keep on moving these pieces indefinitely. Right, okay, so let's see what we got here. Looks like a sand pit. There's There's more to see in Pontibus 2 than there was in the original. So these balls, I believe, yeah, they're for rotating. So I can push that there, so I can change the axis rotation, and then I'll push the ball off because no one can walk through it yet. There we go. Okay, two puzzles down. Got a roundabout. Okay, good. So let's see what we got here. If I move this up, obviously it's going to go into the water. I could push this forward, but I lose that piece. So I move this down here. I need to get it up, right? It's not looking good. Oh dear. I feel like I want to push this piece up or something, but no, obviously that's not going to happen. Press R to reset. Oh no. So if I move this back, I think, then I move this up, and then I move this back one more. Yes. So let's have a look here. So, oh, a square block. What does that mean? Okay, I guess that's a rotator you can't move. Is that... No, it's just a block. It's not a rotator, it's just a block. Okay. And if I move this over one more? Yay, okay. When they say yay, thanks, mission accomplished, I'm just screaming inside. I like all these playground items. Welcomes are awesome. Sometimes a block is just a block. Indeed it is. Right. What do we got here? Oh, that's a big rotator. I guess I need... Oh, I don't know. I only got about 3 moves. If I move that... Oh, no, it's rotating. No. Yeah, that's not going to rotate at all, is it? Unless that thing is moved. Or you can't move them, you can't drop them in the water. And I can't push this down either, so... Let's see, only anything... Oops. Let's push that up once. It still won't turn. Oh dear. So I guess... What? Part of me feels like it should turn. Oh no, it can't turn because of the ground. What an idiot. Of course it can't turn. What? So I feel like I need to get this ball on there, but... Oh dear. Oh, okay. Okay, so I felt like I'm kind of just doing it by brute force. So if I don't move that, no, that's not going to work either, is it? So what I did, move it there. Okay. Oh, you can't push the ball off. Oh. Maybe I need to push the ball further down. Oh, no. No. No, no. Well, that's great. I told you I'm rubbish at this game. When it starts getting tricky, it's just like, well, I don't see it. And there's all this... What happened in Pontibus 1? Although it wasn't called 1 at the time. That's too far away from that other block. You can't do it that way. Gotta... And you can't push the ball here. In the first game, there were different types of bridge pieces, and some would rotate and some would slide, and they all had different functions. There was about 3 different types. Well, this is a little bit different, where this rotating block is enough to cause immense confusion. Yeah, pivot points were fixed in the original. So. No, I stopped doing that. Stop doing that. That's ridiculous. Can't turn. Can I move it that way? Still can't turn. Yeah. You know what? I know I can do it, but what I'm gonna just do is just go off and go to another challenge. It was left over here. Two challenges. A map. I forgot about the map. So there you go. There's the map and all the places you can connect to. Give me 1 second. I really need to blow my nose. Oh. Losing the ability to talk. Otherwise, right. So I'm guessing you can just jump to another position within the map. Oh, that's good. So, what are we looking at here? Obviously, this piece isn't going to be moved away from the land. And I'm feeling that you just need to move this sideways. Hey, okay. I thought I had to do one more move yet. Okay, what do we got up here? A lot more choices. Let's see. If I move that one, that's gonna fall, right? Oh no, it's not. But it's. I can't move it one more, right? I move this one left. Oh nope, didn't mean to do that. Oh, it's nice having like a undo. Just 1, 2. There we go. I have to admit, I'm not actually getting a sense. This is the problem with the first game. I'm not actually getting a sense of, oh, this is what I need to do. I'm not developing sort of a skill set in my head. I'm just sort of like, going, oh, maybe I move this, and I'm just sort of doing them, and that's the problem at the moment. A megalith is the remarkable tablet of triumphant expedition. Yeah, what is that? What even is that shape? Well, I have saved the first megalith. Oh boy. Can I just move this up to 3? Nope. No, it's not going to make it. I love it. Someone says, the horror! The other one says, no hard feelings. Sometimes I feel like I wish if I moved it back the same way, it would not crack more, but I can understand why that's not necessarily the case. Damn. Hey. Okay. Now a block. Well. Yeah. Ooh. Oh. Another megalith. The eminent stone of the excellent mother. I will say I'm doing better on this version than the first one. Oh, just map it, right? Let's do that one. Why am I doing that? So, yeah, Mark is just confirming for Joe that the names of the monoliths are Proc Gen 2. Okay, let's see. How would we... I feel like we need to move this big one up, so move that along too. Yay. Okay, maybe I'm getting a feel for this game. I say that until I get the next one I get stuck on. I think I'm good without rotating blocks. So maybe I move this along. Well, I think that was the only option. Move this down. I don't know about that. No. Move this up. Oh, no. Okay, that's interesting. Cause... Oh, I can move that there sideways. Ah, I hate it. I solve it by accident. I'm like, oh, I'm just thinking my way through the puzzle and suddenly, oh, well done. Uh-oh, rotating block alert. I didn't mean to move that. They move really easily, by the way. You just have to just tap it and it will just move. Fortunately, the undo is just there, but you just have to get used to the fact that you have to the slightest touch and you'll have shifted. Right. What do I want to do? I could turn that block up if I get on it. Now I'm trapped. Will I move this up? Huh. Brilliant. I'm not sure this is good. Oh god. It's disaster. I can do that. Maybe. No. No, it's not happening. It is. I think it's rotating blocks. That's screwing me up. Interesting. Maybe it's time I jumped to another one rather than rather than actually struggling with the rotations. Go to map. There's one down here. It must be easy, right? It's near the start. Oh, there we go. That's almost a tutorial for rotating blocks. Oh, okay. Right, so if I move this one up, I think we'll... Okay, I think I just move this one to the side then. Alright, that's good. I expand this. Yeah, Joe is pointing out rotating is tough because it's hard to visualize what they'll collide with and where they end up, and it is true. I think this one's okay. All right. Oh, we're gonna block in the way here. Okay, so if I move, I can move this to the other side, but obviously I can't get back. Maybe like... No. Okay, I think I need to... Okay, I'm trying to anchor this piece to the land. Move this one up like that. And that's not going to work either. No, that was a bad idea. You can try crossing without solving. Oh, that's interesting. So Marcus has just pointed out that you can actually cross sometimes without solving the problem. That's very interesting. Of course, I do want to try and solve it. What's interesting, of course, is that it only works in one direction. Although I can do this and come back later and press R, the puzzle was designed from this side, not from the other. Well, that's obvious, I guess. Right, so what I want to do. So, I move this, I can't move that across. So I can move this up twice. Then I'm completely detached from everything. Move that along a bit. I can't push where there's a block. Oh, there we go. Did I solve it, or did I just push things around randomly? Who knows? So, big old rotator block here. do I just move everything out the way and rotate it? Yes. You might have known I could do it. I didn't know I could do it. Okay, more another megalith, the megalith of the first civilization. So more procedurally generated megaliths to find. Right, let's see what's going up here. What's the map looking like now? So I think it's probably the most successful I've ever been in a Pontibus game. So, all right, let's see where we are with this one. Ha! One move, everybody's dead. No. So, in theory, you could just... No, you can't rotate that, but I could move this along one. Oops, didn't mean to push the ball. No, that won't rotate because it needs to go into that space. I could move along one more and risk it. Good. I'm not sure that gets me anywhere though. Yeah. I actually quite like the fact that the pieces degrade because it means that you don't, it reduces the possibility space quite a lot. In the original game, I was moving things all the time and I wasn't sure what I was doing. Let's move this back and everything. Whereas here, you know that after 3 moves, they're dead. That really restricts how much you could do. So you can concentrate a lot more on what's actually possible. Yeah. I have a feeling I need this big piece to move up, but do that once. I can move that up there. Oh, no, no. Oops. That's still in the way. You can't push 2 pieces at once. No, this is not good. I'm not sure this is a good idea. I feel like it's the L I need to move, but I might... move that there. Ooh, whoa, 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 not 2. It's trapped. Oops. Oh, God. It is quite a lot of distance to cover, as Joe points out. There's a part of me wondering if I need to drop one of these pieces. That it's actually an obstruction rather than part of the solution. Is that there? No, no, it's not good. I'm not going anywhere with this. You know what? We've been on this about over 20 minutes, about 20 minutes. So I think I've shown you a pretty good go at Pontibus. And the good thing is I haven't really spoiled anything because it's going to be unique for your game. It's basically every you know, an eternal game. You can keep on playing it till you've really had enough. But I'm not sure how far the map goes. Quite a long way, it seems. Wow. Okay. I've definitely not covered enough ground here. I do not know if there are any other mechanics out there in the fog for me to find. But I think that's giving you enough of a flavour. I've actually enjoyed that more than I thought, because I thought I was going to get very stuck a lot there. So, yeah, we'll leave it there. So that's Marcus Don's Pontibus 2, which is on Steam right now. So we've got a few minutes left, which means I'll probably go right over the time. I'm going to switch to talking about Taiji now. So I'll give you just a few moments. I've almost finished the game. I've got 430 odd puzzles done. So I'm working on like the last end game stuff right now. So if you haven't finished it, you might not want to watch what comes next. So this is where I watch the people watching drop down to like about 2. Oh, yes, great. So I will give you a moment. So I'm just about to switch to what could be... the next screenshot is a spoiler as soon as I flip over. So this is your last chance. So here we go, into the game. So I am here at the moment. And I want to talk a bit about some of the things I felt about Taiji, having played a lot of it, almost most of it. So there have been a few accidents. So for example, if you remember the first stream I did, I noticed there was a connector here. And I thought, oh, I wonder how you get down there. And of course, throughout the entire game, there was no way to get down there. And I just couldn't understand what I'd missed. And I did actually look up a kind of spoiler on it, because it seemed to me that you had to plug something different into this, but I had no idea what. I was trying different things, inverting it. And I did not notice one of the things you're supposed to realize is the shape of all these blocks. And yet all the way up, the blocks, the actual land, takes the shape of the solution. All the way up. I did not notice. So I suppose I feel a bit bad about that. But I was focused on, you know, these. That was the environmental signature. I didn't realize the bigger environmental signature is below. That's interesting because that plays into... in a way, the problem with these blocks in the first place. Down the bottom here, you're supposed to notice that the environmental design is how you solve those puzzles, and that's why you get that solution all the way down the bottom. That's actually hidden in the shape of the land, of the rock. That is the solution there. Those 4 black squares. But actually, what you're supposed to be doing is learning the rules for how these blocks are put together. And that is a problem I think almost everybody has. Even here, at this point, you can see the solution of the block here, but it's actually nestled in the environment. And there are 2 different things happening here at the same time. One, it's trying to teach you, look at the environment for the solution for the puzzle right at the start. But at the same time, you're supposed to be learning that there are rules that govern these puzzles, and all the way up, it's still leading you along with the environment. Look, here's the environment. And then later on, and here, there's no environmental solution, but you can sort of guess your way through it, as I did last time. I'm like, okay, we need a white block here, so this must be the solution, blah, blah, blah. And then you get up to the gallery. Not the mansion, it's called the gallery, isn't it? You get up to the mansion, and you start seeing these other blocks, and there are no environmental clues. So I wasn't sure what I had missed, and I just got this hint. I think it was from Andy Durden, saying he pointed me to someone complaining about these in Steam, saying they just don't get it. And I did get the impression, without getting the solution, that yes, the environment gives you the answers, but there are rules which you're supposed to have worked out. So then I went back to look at what the rules might be, and I did figure them out. It's to do with the fact that, you know, you have multiple black blocks surrounding an area. It should be a white block there. It's more to do with, like, it flips if there's too many of one color to the other around it, and you have to build up the puzzles from that. And this one is an interesting one because the center is completely indeterminate. Both solutions work, and because you can't tell what that centerpiece should be. And so yeah, I know that Matthew, the developer, said that this didn't quite come together in the end. And I think it was trying to do too much. First of all, you've got a rule which has indeterminacy as part of the solution. 2, you're also driving environmental puzzle right back to the start through it at the same time as you're trying to get people to learn the rules going forwards. So I did solve most of these by brute force originally, thinking, oh, it's something to do with symmetry, because there's a lot of symmetry in this game. But yeah, that's just my feelings on the pillars. Now that I understand the rules, they don't bother me too much. But I needed that hint that there was a rule to learn, which I did not get. I thought I was supposed to be looking for environment. I think that's what everybody thinks about. Marcus says environmental solutions should be unruly. So the other thing is, I was just thinking, well, I'm almost finished. I wonder what everybody else's progress looks like. And I actually had a very quick look at some stuff that Joe was doing, and he had like all these weird puzzles, which I like. What? Where the hell is that? And I did not realize that there was a hidden entrance just here. I had no idea. I was just like, he just went, oh, okay, through the waterfalls. Like, what? I missed this area, and this is absolutely huge. And of course, I don't think it's got anything to do with the other rest of the area. It's a bit like there's that area underneath the Witnesses Mountain, which is full of puzzles, and they don't really do anything, well, except for one. And so I've been working my way through them. They're quite tough, but I've done almost all of them. This one is giving me absolute... I've been looking at this, right? This one, for example. I was looking at this again yesterday and thinking, okay, this can't be done any other way. You know, if I do this puzzle this way, then this puzzle can't be solved. You know, I need to split these into 2 sections of 6, and I can't do it because these pieces here are blocked. So, you know, I'm forced to do it this way. All right, then I can block these 2 sections off here. These have got 6s on either side. Perfect, very good. And then I get to this one, and I'm absolutely helpless. I'm completely confused because the problem is you got these 3 colors on the bottom here. So these all need to be in different sections. Now this one is purple, so it's forced to be empty. So this one must be populated, and that one must be empty. But there's no way I can cut this section off. It needs to have 4 spaces up here, and then I need to seal it, and I can't. And it's just driving me insane. So I obviously missed something terribly obvious there, or not terribly obvious. I have liked a lot of these puzzles. It's very interesting. There are these sort of witness style puzzles where you're actually drawing a line. It hadn't occurred to me. At first I thought I'm doing steps on the grid, but actually you're having to draw a line like in the Witness. Oh god, yeah, these. Again, I've demonstrated to myself that these puzzles cannot be solved. So I've obviously made a mistake here somewhere. It's just... I start building out from what I know, and then I get to a point where I'm like, well, and that is impossible. So, end of game. Is there anything else around here? Oh yeah, that one up there. That is a nightmare. Can I get up this way anywhere? No, I have to walk all the way around, I think. There is one thing. Oh, no, there we go. There is one thing about its 2D style. I sometimes get a bit confused about where you can walk, and that is a big issue in the orchard area, where it seems to be like these pieces where you want to walk and actually start walking behind scenery. Oh my god, this one. This area around here is so horrible. I mean, there's an obvious solution, something like this. Oh look, that's wonderful. Everything's marked off. But of course, you can't have 2 different colors with the same shape, and it's just very unseemly. So that's been haunting me. But yeah, that's all I've got left in this waterfall area. This one wasn't too difficult once I knew what the rules were. And yeah, that's all good. That's all good. And we're back down to my favorite. Okay, let's get out of here. Talked about the waterfall, the block puzzles. I see this is another one of those examples where I think I can walk off. Of course, it's a high platform. You have to go down the stairs. I guessed Joe says he just guessed the black and white puzzles. I guessed them initially, But that one in there I actually solved using the rules that I worked out later. I like a lot of the puzzle types. Some of these are quite evil, the shape ones, because there's so much freedom. I quite like the smaller ones because they make you think quite think a lot. But once they start getting big, I started to have some real problems. Probably the slowest area working through, I guess. I mean, it's some really mighty big ones further on, right? Oh, hang on. I can walk up the back here. Walk around. Oh no, can't walk around there. I walk around here. These massive ones towards the end. Oh, well, that's not a shape puzzle. That's just a diamond puzzle. Oh, this is one of my favorite, stick in the eye problems here. So I spent a long time trying to work out what the solution is to this puzzle. And I finally got it. I was like, yes, fantastic. And then I noticed, god damn it, the solution to the puzzle is just to the right there. There it is, the 3 squares on the little, inverted L shape. God damn it. so evil. Thanks for the hint. I wonder how many of those are actually out there in the game. I've just completely missed them. Because there's a lot of meta-puzzly stuff out there, and I'm never quite sure if they're meta-puzzle or hint, because I'm not finished yet. The gallery. I like the gallery, and I don't like the gallery. I'm in two minds, because these puzzles, when you get them, you feel really good. But if you feel like you were struggling and you're sort of guessing your way through them, then you don't feel that. So Joe is saying the one he doesn't understand yet in the domino area, there's some ground that has a checkerboard pattern. I don't know what it indicates. The ground has a checkerboard pattern. Do you mean the domino zone? You mean like, just gonna walk up here and Joe can confirm. Do you mean up here? And so someone's a checkerboard on the ground, he doesn't understand it. He's looking, he's looking. Go through here. Keep going north near the black building, here. Oh, do you mean this Joe, this here? Oh, back a bit. Are we talking left or to the right of you now? Okay, all right. Am I going too far? Because of the delay, I'm getting Joe's responses slightly delayed. It's very subtle. A checkerboard pattern. Where is this checkerboard pattern? We're not up here. That's beyond the domino area. We're not talking about that, right? You said to the near the black and white building. I just walked over it. What? No, it can't be up there. To the left of you now. Oh my god. Oh, I see it. I see it. I did not see that, Joe. That's very interesting. There is, in fact, a checkerboard pattern here. Interesting point. I had not seen that. So, yeah, that's interesting. I had not seen that. I don't consider that a spoiler. Let me just rush down to the gallery. Actually, working around this, the domino area can be quite hideous. So let's go over to. Man, I need the jumpy thing. I need to do fast travel because that's the easiest way to get around. Right. I need this one. So yeah, when I go through this, so I went through this area first, if you remember last week, and I could work out one of them. And of course the solutions to the other puzzles were exactly the same. They were environmental ones. And when I spotted both the solutions, I was like, yeah, fantastic, wonderful. And the rest of there's some other stuff in the higher levels of the gallery which gave me some more issues, to be honest. I was just like, am I getting this right? And I just kept on tweaking some of the solutions. Oh, actually this is perfect along here. So here's, you know, I could work out what these meant, these 3s and 1s and 2s after seeing the domino area. But this one gave me a lot of problems because I did not realize. I thought those two... Yes, there we go. Yeah, Joe's asking, do they have a problem with the owl? I thought they were like holes. I didn't think, you know, like in the domino puzzles, but it didn't make any sense because there's no domino numbers, so I was very confused. But yeah, it's supposed to be the 0s and 1s, and I had to look that up. And even then I still had issues. This one, I thought I understood it, but it took me a long time to get the right answer, so I kept on doubting myself about how these diamonds and these 3s fitted together. This wasn't too bad. It took me a while actually to figure out. I thought the crack was the thing I had to copy. And it's not the crack at all. And this one over here, oh, I was really scared about this one. It took me some time to like, oh, have I really got this right? Maybe I'm supposed to look at the, you know, the lines and stuff. Let's go up another level. Oh no, I'm trapped in here. So going here again, this is like where I'm sort of feeling a little bit. I worked this out. The puzzle with the Mondrian picture, but it was just like a little bit like, I think I'm doing the right thing, and then you would get it right. Same here with these graph puzzles, and I think I worked it out, but I was always a little bit unsure. I didn't feel happy that I solved the puzzles. I just felt like, I'm glad I got that right, you know. So they didn't give me the sort of euphoria that you would normally expect. They're just sort of a terrible relief that I didn't have to go through them anymore. These weren't too bad. Again, actually quite simple puzzles up here. I was quite surprised that I was expecting something a lot more complicated when I looked at the screens. But yeah, I imagine there's some sort of puzzle out here I haven't, you know, sorted out. Because there's this thing where it allows you to look outside the window. So I'm not quite sure if there is something there or not. But, you know, still working through the end. Just to go back, the orchard was another area where I had that difficulty with, do I feel like I'm solving them or am I just guessing my way through? So let's go and have a quick look. Where are we looking? Alright. Gonna need to blow my nose again here. Getting way too blocked. So we're in this area now. And I've gone to the wrong area. I got the wrong one. Hang on, I put this one in, didn't I? It's this symbol. Thank you. I really hate the fact that the jump is around the back here. Oh, and here's another one I haven't quite solved yet. These clearly look like a domino. Just here. There's 6. And I don't know why. Because I've solved the meta puzzle in this area, and I was very pleased that I did it. So in the cave there seems to be sort of meta puzzles associated with each section, and I've solved the one here. Fast travel should be easy to figure out. So anyway, so I had a lot of issues with the orchard area because it's very kind of visual, but just like to some extent you know, this is one of the problems the witness had. Sometimes his environmental cues were quite subtle, and you could just stare at it thinking, what am I missing? What am I missing? And you just didn't see the cue. Such as branches on the floor or some branch sticking out a little bit. So this is obviously like a homage to the orchard in The Witness with its pink trees. And yeah, the logic is fairly simple once you figured it out. But sometimes you need to look at them quite hard, thinking, have I got it right? And when you click through them and get them right, it didn't feel like, yes, that's how it works. Joe says he did not realize that fast travel was possible until after he finished the game. Interesting story. I saw a comment, I think it was from Andy Durden again. He said something passing, just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do some fast travel to get around. And I'm like, oh my god, is that what those spots are for? And then, yeah, I kind of didn't realize it either. And it did help a lot because some of these areas are not easy to get in and out. But yeah, despite the fact that I did not like the orchard puzzles that much, the orchard meta puzzle is the first one I solved, and I was very happy that I solved it. I took many screenshots to do it. So I don't know whether I should talk about it or not, but anyway, it was lovely. I thought, like, wait a second, that looks like, and then yeah, I was right, and I put in the solution, and boom. I like these little areas connecting everything up. Now, the other area I've solved is the domino area, which was quite sneaky, and oh my god, I really have to take you there. Actually, let's go back to the domino area. I should just fast travel, right? Not walk it. Oh, see, this is one of those things where I think I should be able to walk up here, but you can't. Okay, let's get to the fast travel and jump to the domino area. I hope I can get across from there. So, Joe, have you finished Taiji yet, or you still got a few more betters to do? Right. Okay, so I want... Oh, Joe's finished it. Very nice. So I wasn't sure if Joe was going to stay on the stream, because the last YouTube I saw of his, he hadn't finished it. Okay, so... Oh, I have to go down there. That's the only thing, getting around this area, it's a bit of a nightmare. Oh god, I've forgotten the solution for this bit. Did I? These have to be 4s, that's a 4. That's a 5. No, that's not a 4 there. That has to be empty. That has to be a 5. God, why did I just wipe out the puzzle? I thought, oh, I do this all the time. Like that. Yes, something like that. 1, 2, 3. Well, it's almost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you just keep those 3 4s in a region together, cut past the shape. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many? We got 12 over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need to get rid of 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3. I need 1 more. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, good. So we go up here. I did kind of love this. I solved it last night, and I just was going inside the house. I wasn't thinking anything. I was like, well, where could the meta puzzle be? Where could the meta puzzle be? And there I saw it. The 5 lanterns. And I remembered seeing this again. That looks curious. And I'm like, ah, and then I looked and I saw, oh, look at the look at the flowers. And then the lanterns there, and I'm like, oh, very good. And of course, that's incomplete. That is not the full puzzle. And if you try and solve for that, it doesn't work. Because you have to find the additional lanterns hidden around the place. And even better, and I think this is going to be probably get some colorblind people. You can actually see the grid lines. The grid section here. I didn't actually use these originally. I just put them in and guessed where they should be. But there are actually grid lines here to indicate. Even going across here, it's quite subtle. So yeah, I solved that one last night. Oh, Tumbakaz was able to solve it, so it was fully traversable. I wish I had figured out how to solve that to be traversable. I mean, you can go 5 across, I guess, in the middle. The 5 purple lanterns you noticed last. Interesting. So, just to let you know, I haven't solved any of the other, you know, cave puzzles yet. Sorry, I meant to mention about the pillar puzzles. They also were another one like the orchard where I was a little bit kind of like, oh, I think I've solved it, but I'm not sure. And so, oh, okay, let's go over it. Again, these maze puzzles I wasn't 100% happy with. I sort of figured them out, but it's sort of a symmetry thing, and I don't know if I felt it was a lot of guessing to get to the point where I understood what I was supposed to do. Right, so I want to jump to the pillar puzzles. So yeah, it took me forever to realize what the hell was going on here. And again, it's an environmental cue. It's extremely subtle. And of course, it is these little nodules. I'm guessing on the map, there is this small graphic to indicate it, I guess. But I just spotted it at one point. I just went, oh, okay, that's it. And then you figure out they have to be reversible, which that means, and all these little nodes are destroyed. You kind of have to rebuild the solution from what you know. And my God, I started to suffer up here because I was really had a hard job trying to figure out what needed to be reflected and so forth. And all of these have fallen over, have they? So there was a lot of guesswork at this end bit, which I can't say I was really... It didn't make... Again, it was one of those things where relief rather than, you know, triumphant. One thing that did give me joy is realizing... Let me just walk around here. Was realizing how I was supposed to solve this one, and I was like, I don't get it. Where's the other one? And I just like, where am I supposed to get it? This is the only one that doesn't have a pair. And oh God, when I realized there was a pair over here, I was just like, I was joyous. That was a great moment. Because I'd seen that thing sticking up there for ages and assumed it was just some sort of, you know, I don't know, totem pole or whatever. And suddenly I realized it had some relevance. So there's a lot of meta stuff I haven't got through yet. I'm suspecting all those gravestones which are at the top will have something to do with the binary meta puzzle, and I don't know whether these very funky shapes, here underneath the shadow, and there's another one inside the cave here. There's a very specific shape to this rail, so I've noted them down, but I don't know whether they're going to have any relevance to the stuff I have to do at the end. So Joe's asking if I had any problems figuring out how those two pillars lined up, and yes, I did. It wasn't just like a slam dunk where I was like, yeah, I know how to do it, but I did get there eventually. Tumbakaz says he didn't like the end puzzle section because it seemed inconsistent. Yeah, I think I didn't stay too long to think about the last puzzle in the pillar section. I was like, I don't think I understand how this is fitting together. So I just sort of like, well, it's solved now and I don't have to do it anymore. I'm just going to walk away. So there was I was definitely left with a sense of feeling slightly unsatisfied at the last moment. But overall, I mean, I've enjoyed a lot of the puzzle solving, and there have been some nice highs. I realize a game like an open world puzzler leads you to rush and brute force a little bit. Because it's like, oh, there's more to do, there's more to do. And then if you get through puzzles, you just sort of guess them a little bit, then you just make progress and you move onwards. This, of course, a very interesting area, this, where you have to assemble puzzles. And 3 of these are a piece of cake. Not a piece of cake, but they're quite straightforward. But I think everybody had huge problems with the diamonds one because it seems so open and connected. And I remember I really struggled with this, and I thought, am I going to have to look up a walkthrough for this? And I realized in the end that I did find a way of solving it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it now. If I just reset the whole thing. So you have to put these 8 diamonds in, and very quickly you can learn, like, okay, you can get rid of the single sections, right? Because the single sections you can't put a diamond in. So I put some of these glistening things. I really need risky reset. Sorry. It is. Yeah, I may have screwed up my end game. You can put the squares. Sorry, the glistening things. I think I want them to be more prominent. They're a little bit too subtle. Maybe there's a way of changing that in the graphics options. And you can see that's got these are 1 spaces as well. Now, as you okay, I'll move along with more. I think because you can't put anything in these 3 spaces, that one you can't put anything in there either. Was there any more? Is this one? I think that one potentially. I have a feeling that one should be cut out as well. Just trying to think of the argument for giving to myself. So that section, this section here, if you cut this out, none of these. I'm going to leave it. So what I then did in my solution, there's this really cheeky section down here that it's 2. So the only way you will ever use these squares is if you can put 2 in. So I put 2 diamonds in here and then moved along, and you could see that works, and that sort of works. And then from this point, I think I have to go a little bit ahead, but from this point I worked out the 2 diamonds in the corner doesn't work because it's one to do with one of these sections. Yeah, so you can't put anything in here. So if I say I can't put anything in there, then I can't put anything in this whole section. Our whole section is dead. So and where else? Can't put anything in here. So you see, to get this section highlighted, there's only a very few spaces you can put everything in. And it's something like that. I think if I carry on going, I'll get there, but it might be a bit slow. I meant to maybe write down the solution and say, this is how I did it. But yeah, you can show there's a contradiction from the two diamonds in the corner. And then after that, actually, it just fell out. I was able to then slowly whittle down and actually create a solution. And I was very proud of that. But oh my god, the difficulty, the steepness of the difficulty compared to the other ones was massive. And I felt like, am I just being stupid? But you know, I'm not the only person who had a problem here. I'm glad I didn't have to look up a solution in the end for that one. But yeah, I guess I'll fix that one afterwards. I think that's pretty much all I want to say about Taiji. I guess I won't talk about Taiji on a stream again because it's almost done unless I found something incredibly awesome. Joe's asking me, what do I think the story is? I'm not sure. I think you shouldn't make a game like The Witness too close to The Witness, and then you have to break out of the puzzle constraints. Because you get a slightly different ending. If you've got all the regions solved, then you get a slightly different ending when you go through the center of the tree there. And I'm sure there's something else if I solve the cave. But yeah, I'm not really getting a story. There wasn't any. Farkas says the moral of the game is be yourself. There you go. I mean, I can see the sort of the signatures. I remember here, like you can see this. You can see this here, this shape, which is at the start as well, which traps you. But I don't know. It seems to be like a lot of similar themes to The Witness in the sense that you know, trying not to get yourself trapped in one mode of thinking. But I don't know if I'm just seeing what I want to see. The Mona Lisa is artistic constraints. I'm not sure. Maybe this is just an homage to the Draknek Snowman game, which for us, I can't remember. It's good snowman. It's hard to build. That's right. So I don't know. Mark Stone saying I'll have to make another video essay, but I'm not very strong on any of the ideas here, so I'm probably just making it up. I'll just say the gallery is a place full of gallery objects. Right. And Joe saying he's looking forward to my Stephen Sausage Roll one. Don't expect the Stephen Sausage Roll one is going to be more like the 5 stages of Starseed Pilgrim. Won't be talking so much about meaning or anything like that, but just more about the experience of playing. Marcus Don is saying I believe anything I say. I've got to be careful then. Right. I will leave it there. This hour stream is stretched to an hour and a half, and that's my family are coming back in half an hour, and I want to be looking like I've been tidying up the house at least. So okay, thank you very much, everybody. Did we play more Taiji than anything else? That's terrible. But thank you, whoever stayed on. Thanks very much, everybody. Talk to you in a couple of weeks' time.